Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. Lesson 2, the nuclear test. Continuation of that. In previous class, we read about why Anjali's grandparents came to her house. Whose house? Anjali's house. What all things Dadi doesn't like in city. Yes, we saw so many things that Dadi doesn't like in the city. And how Anjali felt irritated with Dadi's behavior, like getting up early, watching family serials, commenting on Anjali's dressing, and all about city people's habit. Isn't it, children? She got very much irritated with that, isn't it? We'll continue reading. We'll see what's happening after reading this lesson. Okay. As the days passed, Anjali's anger mellowed into a guarded cruise. Mellowed means soften. Anjali's anger became little softer. Truce means temporary deal because she knows that grandpa will say stay here for temporarily. So she made her anger into temporary. It was impossible to remain angry with someone who was so kind. Dadi stopped commenting on her clothes and even brought her pretty t-shirt when they went sightseeing. TV became a divided schedule of the most favorite program on each individual list. Dada helped Anjali with her projects and he was a big help with her math syllabus. He also got Anjali into the habit of reading the newspaper and they could exchange world views when he walked with her to the bus stop every morning. So, what happened here, children? Anjali softened her anger, and Dadi also changed herself that she always commenting on her dress and her behavior, isn't it? But Dadi stopped commenting on her behavior and also Dadi bought a pretty t-shirt for her while they went out. So this changed Anjali and TV became a dependent schedule of the most favorite program. So they divided the program. Whoever programs comes, they will watch. Whoever favorite program comes, they will watch. So divided the time. They divided the time. They made a schedule. And Dada became a great help for Anjali by helping her in all the projects. And also Dada made a great habit of he practiced also Anjali to read the newspaper. And also he used to walk to the bus stop with her. This all Anjali felt very good and she also changed a little bit towards them. Anjali's mother worked in an office and she felt alone. She left along with her father every morning. Breakfast was always cornflakes and it was usually sandwiches for Anjali's lunchbox. And when her mother got back in the evening, she was so exhausted herself that cooking was never a great activity. So, what happens? Anjali's mother, every time when she goes with her father to the work, both the father and mother goes out together for work. So that time Anjali's breakfast will be always the cornflakes and the lunch will be sandwiches only. And mother also will be tired, isn't it, after coming home from the office and she too felt very tired to cook for the dinner. But now Dadi had taken over the kitchen. She actually said she was getting bored of doing nothing. Dadi was a fantastic cook. Suddenly, they were being pampered with the most divine paratas and sabjis, mitais and pakoras, salads and pickles. Anjali's mother could now slow down a little and rest her feet. She even had more time for her daughter. She was also immersively reassured that her child was in the most caring hands possible. Till one day, when the grandparents announced, "We are thinking to go, we are thinking to going to Rita's place for a while." Okay, what happened here? So, Anjali's mother was very tired after returning from the office. So, what happened? Dadi was sitting at home simply and she felt very bored. So, she thought of taking up the kitchen work. So, when Dadi was taken, she was a very fantastic cook and she pampered her cooking, means she took most excessive care in the cooking, the most of divine paratas and sabjis and mitais and pakoras and salads and pickles. Even you like, isn't it, children? You like your granddaddy's cooking, isn't it or not? When you go to village, you'll ask daddy to prepare this and that and give you, isn't it? Always it'll be very tasty, isn't it? Anjali's mother also now she can take rest a little bit because Dadi has took over the kitchen work, isn't it? So now Anjali's mother can spend some time with Anjali. Now this was going on very nicely. Anjali also so far good adjusted and her mother also was little bit free now. Now Dadi and Dada is announcing that they wanted to go for Rita's place for the while. Who's Rita? Hmm? Rita was Anjali's Bua, isn't it? So we saw in the first part, isn't it? So now the Dadi, the grandparents wants to go to Rita's place, that is the Bua's place, for a while. Before anyone could say anything, Anjali burst out. "Oh, can I have my room back then?" Dada and Dadi went, "When are you going?" So Anjali, now what happened? Anjali felt so happy that they're going for Bua's place, so she will get the room back. So she bursted out with the happiness. But the silence that followed was terrible, and only Dadi had some kind words and kind and gentle words to fill it with. Later, apart from her room, Anjali got the worst scoldings she deserved, and in 2 days' time, they were a nuclear family again. So, what happened, children? So, when she shouted with happiness that I will get the room back, Dada and Dadi felt very bad. So, somehow, Dadi, with the kind words, she adjusted with that situation. So after they went, Anjali got a worse scolding from the father, which she wanted, isn't it? She shouldn't have spoke like that, isn't it? Then after 2 days, what happened? They become a nuclear family. So far they were like a joint family, isn't it? Dada, Dani, and father, mother, Anjali all together. It was like a joint family. But now after Dada and Dadi gone, it became again a nuclear family. But it was a lonely achievement. There was no one to come home to the silly TV. But the silly TV. There was none to talk to. Her mother was again overworked with no time for anything or anybody. But most of all, the noise and the bustle of one big happy family had faded into silence. The house, all the 850 feet of compact space planning, suddenly looked too big. What happened? Suddenly, after 2 days, they become a nuclear family. There is no one to talk with them, and every time sitting with the TV, and no activity, no entertainment at all, no one to laugh there. And again, Anjali's mother had overloaded with the kitchen work and office work, all that. And Anjali felt that now such a big house was a big compact house become a big. When Dada Dani has come, she felt that it was small, isn't it? But now she felt that empty space. It's a big space like that she's feeling. When the phone rang the following night, just like they had expecting it would, it was Anjali who ran and picked it up to say, Dada Dani Dadi, when are you coming back? So Anjali, if she's not showing out also, she felt so bad without their grandparents. So that night when phone rang, she was thinking that Dada and Dadi only speaking, and she went and took the phone and she asked, when are you coming back? So how are your feelings, children? How are you feeling good with Anjali? That's her changed behavior? Yes. Children, we know that we are also in the city, and most of us are nuclear family only, isn't it? Because of our job, education, we have divided from the join and we are staying here. Most of us, isn't it? So, when Dada and Dadi is coming home once a while or after a month and all, you should take care of them, okay, and you should listen to them, you should enjoy their company, because the elders are precious, elders are very good. You know that many families they don't have dada and dadis, isn't it? So they felt very bad, they feel very jealous by looking at the others dada and dadi, isn't it? So when we got, we have to be very proud of it, and you have to enjoy their company, children, okay? Never you should ignore them. You understand? So this is what in the lesson. Always it's good to be a joint family. So okay, it is a situation we if you are a nuclear family, but uh, please get adjusted and if Dada and Dadi has come means behave properly, and please make them happy. Thank you. We'll see in the next class.